Am I wrong for selling a family heirloom to pay for my destination wedding? My fiance, 38 female, and I, 39 male, are planning to get married this summer. We both want to have quite a lavish wedding at a winery in another state. The two of us agree that it's the most important occasion of our lives, so we are going to make it as memorable as possible. We both have stable jobs and a good amount of savings, but it's not quite enough for the admittedly ambitious plans that we have in our heads. My father passed away in January, and in his will, he left me a very valuable, I think 5 figures at least, family heirloom. I'm not much for big family traditions, so although it's a nice thing to have, I'm not massively attached to it. I have plenty of other good memories of my father's, and I don't need a fancy heirloom to remember him by. My brother, 34 male, however, is a huge history nerd and is really attached to it. He was really upset by my father's decision in the will, but the reason it went to me and not him is that it's been traditionally passed to the firstborn son. My fiance and I don't plan on having kids, and I think that he assumed that if I passed away, it would go to him. But after some discussion, my wife-to-be and I decided that we would like to sell the heirloom to pay for our wedding. Not trying to be judgy, but that sounds like an incredibly immature decision. My brother, who is also my best man, was furious when he found out. Then he said that he wanted nothing to do with the wedding anymore. He seems to think that my fiance and I are behaving like spoiled brats. In addition, he's convinced my uncle and cousins to not come to the wedding either. With our parents already passing away, this means that virtually none of my family will be at the wedding, which obviously I'm really upset about. I think since I legally inherited the heirloom, I should be able to do what I want with it. I think he's just upset because I ruined his expectations of one day inheriting it. But since my uncle and cousins agree with him enough that they're not even coming to the wedding, I'm not so sure that I'm in the right. So am I wrong? Okay, so this one is another hard one, guys. At least it is for me. Because yeah, I do think that with it being a family heirloom, you would think that he would have some respect for it, want to keep it around, pass it down, just the usual. But if it's worth that much money and he really doesn't care that much about it, it's hard to say that he should have to keep it. And I get why the brother would be upset, but I mean, what, is he supposed to just give it to him? Now, I will say that the asshole move that the brother is making is using the money to pay for his wedding. And not only is that immature, but it's extremely short-sighted. I mean, let's be real, if you can't afford to pay for the wedding that you want, should you really be selling the most important and valuable thing in your possession just to pay for it? I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit callous. Let me go ahead and look at the comments and see what everybody else is saying. The number one comment with 7.5 thousand likes says, "You're the a-hole. You're being very selfish and short-sighted. Quote, we both want to have quite a lavish wedding. And in your late 30s, you can't afford that without hawking up something important to your family? Yikes." Okay, so yeah, I do get that point. Like, I mean, a lavish wedding, you got to sell a family heirloom just to be able to afford your wedding. I'm not saying that that's necessarily a problem, but it's just nothing to be proud of, I'll say that. But still, that being said, it was his inheritance, and I really can't blame him for using the money however he sees fit. So you guys, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you think he should have kept the heirloom or gave it to his brother? Or do you think it's not that big of a deal that he sold it? And guys, I need you to let me know what you think about my newest resin fill. So this one was super disappointing because, okay, so I just recently got this new powder and it's like this mermaid shimmery powder and I love it. But when I added it to the little bit of extra resin that I had to make this gorgeous heart box, I think I added a little bit too much. It was more opaque than I realized. And so it covered up the pearls a lot more than I wanted it to. So you can still kind of see them, but this is definitely not what I was going for. So guys, be easy on me, but let me know what you guys think about the final results and rate this from 1 to 10. And as usual, I will see you guys in the next video. All right, deuces.